Welcome to Rethink Gaming's Sunday Night RPGs featuring Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, played through Discord and Fantasy Grounds. Thanks as always to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at www.sirenscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your gaming table. If you want to support this content, please consider joining us on Patreon or checking out Rethink Gaming on DM's Guild. Let's begin. So when last we played, the team successfully defeated 3 forms of Oral the Frostmaiden in the top of her castle. Sigurd the Barbarian was clutched in the claws of a mighty rock, big ol' white bird, intent on plunging him into the frozen sea. He killed the bird before it arrived and crash landed in the snow, taking significant damage, being just a hair's breadth away from death because I screwed up the damage roll. Came to a sliding/rolling start in front of the following scene. Half buried in snow, near the edge of a bluff is a humanoid corpse clad in cold weather clothing. Clutched in one of its hands is an orb made of smoky gray quartz. A white weasel bursts from the snow near the corpse and stares at Sigurd with its beady eyes. A voice rings out, "Ye gods! I was afraid no one would find us." The sound isn't coming from the weasel, but from the orb.
I think I hit my head too hard on that landing. Man. I'm going to walk over and just grab this orb.
Alrighty. Let's see, I need some sound here. We're going to do this one.
How's the weather?
The weather is unchanged.
Oh.
It's dark and overcast and quite cold. Alright, so next to the water, you reach over to grab the orb from these frozen clutches. With your massive strength, you quickly, trivially break it away. And before your eyes rises up an ephemeral spirit. Without saying anything, she attempts to assume Sigurd's form. Sigurd, I need you to make a DC 14 Charisma saving throw. Okay. Tonight, the role of Sigurd will be played by Nas Lantamir, the Arcane Brotherhood wizard in search of the Codicil of White. Let's see. Ghost now controls the body, but doesn't deprive the target of awareness. The ghost can't be targeted by any attack, blah, 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 except one that turns undead. It uses the possessed target's statistics, but doesn't gain access to target's knowledge. Lasts until the body drops to 0 points. The ghost ends it, or it's turned or forced away. Alright. So, Nas Lantamir, who was here searching for that book, which she knows to be in the bottom of Grimscale, and is now in the body of a wounded barbarian, does what?
I imagine. First off, does she know anything about this rodent here?
Yes, that is her familiar, Zelenor.
All right. Then should pick Zolnor up and head towards the skull keep.
Okay. What are our friends on the roof? No, not roof. The collapsing building. So yes, the um. Wait, is Adam here? Yes, welcome.
I am, yes.
Well, I saw Zeno was active, so I believe you were going to rush down the steps, get Wither out of the closet, and make your way out of the building before it collapses. That sound about right?
That is the goal.
And we are not riding him down the steps.
Okay.
That's just aerodynamically infeasible. He's not like a tower shield.
Although there is that white dragon giant shield, but anyway. I believe Toman had made a sled for the safe transport of the frozen Wither.
Yep. We're gonna test it out and see how fast we can get him pushed down the stairs, but not riding him.
Okay. Well, the collapse continues behind you. As you're making your way down the steps, you see Sigurd come walking up with a ferret, a white ferret on his shoulder.
So we're like outside, out front of the collapsing building.
Yes, coming down those giant steps. Made for giants steps.
You're gonna have to tell us how you turned that giant bird into a weasel.
The bird's still over there. I figure we could cook it. I just found this. My new pet. What happened to the building over there?
So just to
We've
jump
seen,
out real quick.
do whatever you're gonna do.
Seems the building was being held together by magic. Oral's magic.
It started becoming unstable the moment we defeated her.
You defeated Oral.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, she changed shape, so we defeated the weird crystal obelisk thing she became. That was like the third form that she had taken in our battle.
Wow.
Wait, what? You know this? What?
I don't. I was fighting the rock. I didn't see what happened.
Shit.
I don't suppose you saw a book in there.
That's funny. We know you can't read.
I'd like to learn. Can you teach me?
Okay, who are you?
I was just in a terrible, terrible fight. And, saw my life flash before my eyes. Figured I should do something different with my life.
Yeah, Tommen's got the same idea I do.
Seems normal to me, guys. I don't know. Terrible.
This does not sound like our swing first, ask questions maybe a couple weeks later. Oh, but it's inside. This could go horrible. No, it seems okay to me. That makes sense.
So, what's up with your pet?
I don't know. It just came out to me. Seems nice enough. I figure if I get hungry later, it'd be a good snack.
Sounds like a little more like we'd expect to hear from you.
Has the fortress finished collapsing, or is it still in the process?
It's mostly done. Occasionally, some weight causes the wall to fail and shift.
So has it just become like a flat overall pile, or did it just like collapse in on itself, kind of leaving the walls like?
Yeah, the top two
I don't know.
floors are completely gone. The first floor is still somewhat intact, probably navigable. It's unlikely that the dungeon level was impacted at all.
Now that it's done collapsing, I'm going to go back to the top of the stairs and maybe see if the very expensive looking harp is like near the surface to where it can be retrieved from atop the rubble.
Okay. Sure, you're able to find the harp. You'll have to spend a few rounds digging out of the ice.
Yeah, we don't seem to have anything pressing going on, so I can spend my time doing that. Maybe wave. Um. Oh. Yeah, I can take care of it myself. I got it.
You're gonna dig by yourself. You're gonna look for the orb. While you're
What?
looking for the book.
What orb didn't?
Isn't there an orb that the evil witch had that we were supposed to grab?
We grabbed everything that we could see. We defeated her. Were all those items up in that nest at the top. We kind of grabbed everything before it collapsed that we could carry. And lucky us, this harp didn't get buried underneath everything, just partially buried, so we can retrieve that now as well. Did we see an orb while we were in there?
Last I remember is we were asking the evil queen about it. And then we fought her 3 times, 3 different forms. As well as a giant chicken.
Okay.
While they dig, Sigur's gonna tend to his wounds.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a long rest if possible.
Yeah.
I was blinded.
Okay. Are we camping on the island?
Didn't we have like a prearranged pickup from the whale, or am I confused?
Yes, he was going to come back each morning and see if you're ready to be picked up.
Okay. He couldn't hang out, but he was going to check. All right. Thanks.
Unless we want to try to go back inside the castle and sleep in there.
We do a perception check to see if there's any other dangers or magical things around.
Of course.
Feel like it's safe to sleep here.
So the building has stopped collapsing, and the front room at least appears to be safe. The room you pulled Wither out of probably would have been fine to leave him in, just by happenstance. But the one in the very front is fine. You don't even see any cracks in the walls.
I vote we take a long rest in there. Lick our wounds.
That's a good idea.
Okay. Are we going to establish watches?
Yes.
I'm too injured to help with that right now.
I'm looking at Current. I think you have the least amount or the least amount of damage to you right now. Do you want to take first? I'll take second.
Yeah, I can. I'll kind of get myself settled after a.
After a what?
No, get myself settled and I can recover. I'm probably definitely the most fit to stand the first watch. I.e., after a short rest, I'm gonna use some recovery dice.
All right.
Are we digging while we're watching, or is digging an independent?
You cannot dig and watch. You can rest and read and have light conversation. You can't do anything significant and rest.
Has it been long enough to retrieve the harp, or is that going to take?
Yeah,
some
no,
significant
you'll
digging?
retrieve the harp before you sit down for your long rest.
Okay.
The harp. Where's the harp?
It's like a full standing harp, right? Or
It is. Yes.
Okay.
I cannot carry it as one of the items we picked up, and I don't know if we want to keep this, is 150-pound silvery egg, 5 foot tall. Quite impressive.
Give me a perception check while you're talking about said egg. Okay.
Did I pick up anything?
Nope.
Just that he was heavy.
It's heavy.
Nice. Anybody else want to take a look at this thing?
Yeah, sure. Very pretty, right?
Glows.
There's something moving inside.
Oh, I think we might be about to watch this thing hatch. I'll point out the movement going on inside the egg.
Do we eat it along with your pet? Sigger? I'm gonna have some scrambled eggs.
I don't think I'm that hungry yet.
Okay.
So are we comfortable sleeping with this thing?
Well, I mean, we're planning on keeping watch, so
All right.
something funny starts to happen, I'll get everyone's attention. Let's start rolling some recovery dice here.
Yeah.
So are we taking a short rest? Then
Short
yeah.
rest to start, yes.
Yeah, Gern's is taking the first watch, so he's doing a short rest and then taking the first watch, and I'm going to take the second one.
Okay.
There we go.
Who's on third? Sigger, you can do your recovery dice as well.
Right.
Everybody who needs to, Toman also apparently needs to.
So we're short resting first.
So it would seem.
Enjoy some of my harvest nut trail rations.
We'll do another one. Now I'm good for a long rest.
All right. And so, who's on first watch?
I am.
And who's got second?
I do. Zeno's got second.
All right. Third.
Yeah, Tillman.
Wither is still napping.
Wither's got constant
Oh.
watch. He just can't do anything about it.
A little frozen tear rolls down his eye. Okay, so Jaren's watch goes off without a hitch. Zeno's watch goes off without a hitch. During Toman's watch, stuff happens. Describe what's going on there, Jerry.
I think Sigger. Yeah, it's going to approach Tolman. He's going to pull out the orb. And say, "I found this over here."
And you didn't think to mention it.
Well, I just found it. I woke up. I was uncomfortable. I was sleeping on it. Is this what we're looking for? I'll hand it over.
He doesn't touch it. He's, whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't know what kind of magic this thing has.
It obviously doesn't do anything. And then, she will cast possession.
Charisma save. Toman.
Oh, man. Charisma save.
Okay, so you just saw a spooky ghost face appear over Sigur's, attempt to possess you, and recede as you resist.
Oh, we're definitely waking everyone up.
So
If they're
is
not
Sigger
already.
no longer possessed?
That's a great question. Yeah, I guess so. 'Cause it seems like she would have to end it to start another one. Nothing in the text that's really helping us here, but
Yeah.
let's assume that that's the case. So yeah, let me amend that statement. So a great big blue glowy ghost jumped out of Sigurd and attempted to possess Toman and failed. So Sigurd is standing there, fully aware of what's been going on, and Toman is there. Everybody else is sleeping.
Yeah, I think I figure out what would Toma know about ghosts.
You can make a knowledge or religion check if you'd like. You know everything about ghosts. I mean, spirits get stuck in between the realms they need to pass on, but they won't or can't for some reason. They have the ability to see and occupy the ethereal realm, which dimension bordering ours.
Oh, sure, now he knows everything about ghosts.
Well, sorry, it's well studied in clerical practices, death rites and such. She
Yeah.
will retain some of the abilities from her life, but not having a body will, of course, make others of those more difficult. She can typically use undead abilities such as dealing necrotic damage or invoking fear.
I think I would be pulling my shield out with the holy symbol of Moradin emblazoned upon the shield to try to protect myself from this undead creature.
Okay. So let's kick off the combat aspect of this. Assuming that's where we're going. Let me
That's
get a
definitely
map
where we're
up
going.
here.
Yeah, we're definitely doing the thing. But a quick question: did we finish our long rest? Given it was 3 cycles in.
That's a negative.
Okay.
Probably why you guys took a short rest first, eh? So let's see. Toman was watching, and Sigurd approached, and now there's a spooky ghost. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Don't cross the streams, boys.
All right, initiative rolls.
Oh.
If you sleeping folks want to roll, you can wake up on your initiative. Yeah, you can keep that one, Sigurd, if you want. Toman and Jurand, I need one from you. Unless you're sleeping through it. Well, Toman's awake already.
Curran's ready to go.
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Got an initiative for me, Toman?
I rolled it, but apparently it won't apply 0.
Oh.
Sorry, I
Okay.
lost everyone there for a second.
I may just make it 1, I guess.
Good lord, Sigurd has some stuff on him.
I do.
That's not applicable anymore, I would think.
All right, yeah. The bless is probably not running. I'm gonna
Actually,
pull
just
your...
if you want to clear it all out, I'll do it all on my turn.
I got you. So your danger sense, feral instinct. Well, you're not raging yet. No, feral instinct was on there twice. Okay, cool. That's probably right.
Right.
I apparently sleep with both eyes open.
Yeah, probably a practice.
Just like with her.
I'm just cleaning up people's statuses here. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
you throw a 1 right in it.
Alrighty.
Is there any way to turn the music down a little bit?
I can. You can also control the volume of that individual person, but yeah, I'll pull it down.
Oh, how do I do that?
Right click.
Yeah.
Right click RTG
Okay.
admin.
I will pop up at the commotion. And I don't know. We haven't come across many weird ghosts yet, so I'll have my weapons ready. But like, who are you? What do you want?
You hear a disembodied voice occupy the room that says, "Kill her, fool!" Kazka?
Is it?
You're speaking. Okay, see.
Okay, and attacking once more. Okay.
Blade passes through her, meeting little resistance, but she's slightly disrupted by the force of it. Sigurd?
All right.
Throw the rat at it.
We're going to rage, attack recklessly, and we're attack using Great Weapon Master, taking a -5 penalty,
Okay.
but increasing damage by 10 if it hits. All right.
We did.
See how this works out.
Wow.
If you give me a second to read it, I don't know if that only happens once. Making a melee attack, so I can do it with my second attack as well. That's super awesome.
Not so happy with the possession, are you?
Nah. Oh, then do the +10 on that one.
Okay. Oh, wait. You know what?
Hmm.
Why is she resisting your damage?
I don't know.
She shouldn't be.
It's a ghost.
Because it's magic.
Yeah. Magic axe should overcome because it's piercing and slashing, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Oh crap! I forgot about the curse.
She's done 53 total damage to her.
Okay.
Ripping her head off.
The ghost dissipates.
This is anticlimactic.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Where was the voice coming from?
I'm gonna find that little rodent I'm gonna grab it.
Tillman, you want to tell us what just happened? Because we all just woke up to a
Yeah,
ghost.
did that other disembodied voice sound like Oral at all?
It did not.
Okay.
Sounded sort of like a stuffy, uptight gentleman.
Weird.
Apparently, the voices in Sigur's head are more than just voices.
Is that
I was
ice
possessed
method
by a
is
ghost. You didn't know it was me?
hiding somewhere.
How did you not know it wasn't
Well,
me?
you seemed odd at first, but I mean, you just fallen from a great height and survived. Learning how to read seemed like a obvious new direction in life.
And you did threaten to eat the pet.
Yeah, that's what kind of convinced us.
Where's the pet?
Still on your shoulder.
I'll try and grab it.
Making an attack roll.
Straight attack roll.
You know, with your bonus or whatever. I see 13. Yeah, you grab it.
Yep. I'm just gonna hold on real tight, like,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold it for at least 10 minutes. And
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Right. Tell me why I shouldn't eat you.
This is interesting. So it's a familiar.
So Tillman, did the spirit come out of the animal?
No, the spirit came out of Sigur's face, and I almost bashed him with my hammer. But
So okay, sorry. As you're holding it, it crumbles away into dust and ceases to exist.
oh,
Hmm.
I wanted to skin him.
I wanted to eat him.
Yeah,
Dust is not as appetizing.
if NASA's
No.
ghost is destroyed, even temporarily, the
familiar.
weasel ceases to
yeah.
exist.
That checks out.
All right. So yeah.
Anything else weird?
Do we have the ability to see if any of these items we got from the top of the tower are magical at all? Or does no one have that skill?
Yeah, actually, I do. I can cast Identify as a ritual. Holding any object, touching any object for 1 minute.
Well, here's the harp. What else did I have?
What time is it?
You're about halfway through your rest, so I would say 8 p.m. or so. Let's see. I'm looking at the. Yeah, the only thing you found that is emanating any magical energy is that scroll. That said, what happened? Okay, let's just assume Sigurd dropped the orb here on the floor somewhere. So anybody want to make a perception check?
Sure.
you let me re-roll mine, I can maybe do better. That was my intention. Was the what else do I see around us with my perception check?
Okay.
Ooh, everything looks normal.
Yeah, so I guess we can count your 14 there, Toman. You and Zeno both see over there in the corner of the room by Wither's frozen foot a magic looking sphere.
I think that's the orb we were looking for. Right over there by Wither's foot. Wither, kick that over to me.
Maybe we found everything. This is
Sigurd
good at what we
remembers what happened last time someone touched the orb. I don't know if he's going to say anything about it. But
I'm gonna put on my metal monocle eye of minute seeing and try to investigate the orb with advantage.
okay.
Since I'm still carrying this thing around. So not my strong suit. I do have to be within 1 foot of it to investigate with my minute seeing monocle.
Okay. It does appear to be a professor orb. It's going to be sentient and will have extensive knowledge of 4 narrow academic subjects. As you are inspecting it, what was the monocle called? Everyone in the room hears a voice say, "Is that an eye of minute seeing?"
Okay.
Nice.
Ah,
See, you know your wondrous items. Yes, it's a metal monocle eye of minute seeing.
Fascinating. Quite rare, the voice says. It's difficult to tell where the voice is coming from, but it's probably the orb.
Well, it's definitely magic, guys. Figure,
gathering that.
is this what you found earlier? You want to tell us if anything else happened?
I just found this in the snow outside.
And you just picked it up, didn't you?
Well, yeah, we were looking for it,
Hey,
right?
it is Sigurd.
Um,
I'll pick it up again.
I was gonna ask you questions to figure out what it was first, or who's inside of it.
Why would you think someone was inside of it?
Can you hear that voice?
Nothing is inside of me.
Okay,
room
there's
echoes.
definitely something inside.
Is the orb at least being courteous enough to flash a little bit of light as it speaks?
Nope.
Nope.
That's just rude.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna shake it real hard.
Okay.
Ask again later.
Nothing happens.
I'm not gonna stop.
Figure maybe we should try a different approach.
You're right. We should destroy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh wait, maybe we should see if Wither knows anything about it.
I'll take
Having
it.
just remembered I have a scroll of mass cure wounds in my inventory.
I'll take it and I'll press it up against Wither's face.
What do you think?
Oh my. He's been petrified.
Any advice on how we can save our friend here? I'm addressing the orb, not Sigger.
I have no education on this topic.
What do you
What
know
do you
about?
know then, Mr. Orb?
Well, I know a great many things.
Be specific.
Certainly.
Start with categories.
Netheril was an ancient, magocratic human empire of Faerun, whose influence was felt across the realms for thousands of years. The Netherese people lived on a strict hierarchy of hundreds of years, split into nobles of High Netheril, living in flying encaves miles above Teril, and the commoners of the Low Netheril settled in
That's enough.
Well,
General categories like do you know history, or magic, or history of oral, for that matter.
history of who?
I'll take that as a no.
A vampire is a creature of folklore that subsists by feeding on the vital essence, typically in the form of blood, of the living.
Someone cast silence. So anyone wishing to talk to the orb can now stand inside the 20-foot radius with the orb and talk to it.
I'm good. I'm going back to sleep. Let me know if something else attacks us.
Okay.
I'm going to step inside the sphere of silence and then talk to the orb and ask the orb if it has any information about how it came to be.
So it's actually speaking out loud. You can't hear it in the orb of silence.
Even inside of it?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll drop the spell and drop the gag.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess everyone else would have to be in the sphere of silence. I'd have to go outside. I'll leave the sleeping in their sphere of silence and take the orb outside.
Okay. As soon as you pull it from the sphere, Elverquest is a fine wine made first through the selection of careful fruit.
Okay, thanks. Do you know how you came to be? How did this knowledge get into the orb?
I have no knowledge of this.
What do you know of the Codicil of Light?
I know only that it's necessary for reaching the ancient city. I know this because Villian said so.
You talked to Villian.
Since she was a child.
How old are you?
Not so very old.
When's the last time you talked to Villian?
Just before I was stolen.
Who stole you?
You know that already.
An evil witch, Nas Lantamir.
Just trying to figure out how much consciousness this thing actually has.
Sure.
I remember everything.
All right. So I think we know next steps, right?
I think we crushed this thing, right?
No, I think we're supposed to return this and the book
Yeah,
to the Shattered Spire.
need to catch a whale Uber right off this rock.
Mhm.
All right, so camping out again.
A bloober. Silver? No.
Doing the rest thing.
Yeah.
Like we should do
Okay.
that thing.
I burned one of my last spell slots on a silence. Good.
Hey, you shut it up. It worked.
He has like a Wikipedia vomit mode that you can get stuck in, apparently.
It only knows a handful of topics.
Nice.
I think picking out a fine wine might come in handy.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about brewmate. What is the word I'm looking for? Brewing beer. God, sorry.
He doesn't know anything about beer, but he's willing to talk your ear off about Elverquist, a rare ruby-colored elven liquor distilled from sunshine and rare summer fruits.
Can you tell us where to get it?
We can tell you how to make it.
Ah, nice.
I'll tell him that I remember fondly how it tastes.
Okay.
I assume you don't have any of these ingredients.
Not here, no. They're attainable. But you're up north. So, are you heading out to catch your ride in the morning?
Definitely.
Now that we've disposed with Oral, do we want to see what happens if we use that cool sphere with the rings on the weather here and see what happens? That seems like a good place to test it.
I believe it's frozen to Wither's body at the moment.
Never mind.
I think he had it.
Yep, Wither was the one carrying it.
Okay, I need everyone to make a Constitution save, DC 5.
And that's supposed to be a save, not a check. So
Oh,
Wait,
well,
we can count it, it's fine. You made 5, you made it.
okay. On there. It is safe.
As you emerge from Grimskull in the morning, you see something your eyes have not seen for a long time. The sky is blue this morning, and the sun is peeking through. It's insanely bright compared to what you're used to.
Oh, I bet it is.
Are those hearts?
Yes.
Delicious.
someone sneezes from the bright light. Also, you might have to find a new occupation. I'm not sure you're going to have enough ice and snow to keep up with whatever it is you've been doing up here in the North Line.
Just a guide. Just makes my job easier.
Okay, so we load up on the whale.
Yep. Then we took care of that rock problem. Shouldn't be bothering him.
He's
Oh, yeah.
ecstatic. Does a little roll in the water, briefly forgetting that you were on his back.
Easy, big fella.
Tell him things like that before we get on.
There's a bird attacking the whale. Is that what I forgot?
Okay. He takes a much less careful route through the bergs, and you find yourself back at his tower within the day.
Do we journey
Alright.
off to our meeting point?
Yep. Towards the Shattered Spire.
All right, so you guys are going to pull the sled containing your frozen friend toward the prison in the north.
Yep.
Sounds like a good idea. Somehow, when you say it, it doesn't seem.
It's
Remember, I
peaceful.
can go incredibly fast.
Yes, everyone can with you, right?
Yep.
Someone's going to study the scroll of Mask Your Wounds and the book and see if he can figure out how to unfreeze Wither at some point.
Okay. So in studying the book, it confirms what you know. It can only be reversed through powerful magic. Whoops. Doesn't appear to be a ritual that you yet know.
Okay.
Pin.
Prison just move.
Yeah, it was sitting on top of the pen. I was looking for the image. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they got bored halfway through making it. No. No, you can't move it.
Can't move what?
Somebody tried to move the R.
I was just clicking on it. So what's the R and the A for?
The A is the diving bell. A new chick.
Okay, that's where we first got on the whale. Okay.
Now we're on the shore heading towards the R.
And before long, the great prison peeks up beyond the cliff to greet you. You've been here before, so you know the drill. You are let inside the first of the guest rooms where Villian is already staying. She greets you warmly. And from inside Toman's backpack, you hear a voice fill the room. Villian, old girl, so good to see you.
Oh, yeah. We think we found something that knows you.
Villian points out that she would know Professor Scant anywhere. Does this mean you've retrieved the codex? She says.
Sorry, the what?
The book.
Book. Yes, you have the book.
Yeah. Have the codicil. I'll display the fur-lined codicil.
Excellent.
Any way you can help us with our friend here?
Oh my. I see your mission was not without its dangers. Well, I suppose we could use his assistance.
He's useful in a fight.
Goodmead is so far away. But yes, there is a way to cure your friend.
In Goodmead?
Yes, I believe so. At least according to rumor. Have you been to Goodmead? Outside of that nasty battle, of course.
Yeah, we've been there once or twice.
Then you know how far away it is. Well, I suppose we should get going. Have any of you encountered a Verbeeg before?
I don't think so.
Nasty
Negatory.
things. It's somewhere between an ogre and a furbolg. It makes its lair near, but it is protecting an ancient statue. It's known to imbue the water near it with magical abilities.
Do you need the Verbeegs or just the statue?
The water, the enchanted water. It will heal you,
Ah,
friend.
good.
Are these the guys that we killed? We
Yeah.
I was gonna
recently.
Yeah, we did.
definitely-
We
And I was going to try to make beer out of the magic water, but I think we got lost on that side quest.
Oh, yeah? Do you still have some?
I do. I have 4 flagons full of magic water. It literally says that in my inventory, but I think what happened was as soon as I pulled them out of the water, they no longer became magic.
Oh.
Yep.
I mean, you could
I've
try
been
it.
carrying around 4 flagons of water this whole time. It's literally in my inventory.
Maybe just sprinkle some on them, see if that works.
We'll give it a shot. I have some water from this spring, but I don't know if it'll work here. I'll crack open some of the
I'm sorry.
water.
I'm being serious. It really can help your friend.
I'm being really serious. I was going to make a meat out of it.
You've been there already?
I believe so. There was a statue and some Verbigs that may have met some unrelated, untimely demise through no fault of our own. And there was a fountain, yes, and a statue.
Well, try it.
Make a mixed drink out of our friend here and some ice and water here. What's the procedure?
I assume you pour one of the vials over his head. I don't know.
I pour one out for my homie.
Okay. He begins to rapidly thaw and is no longer a frozen dude.
wait.
I
Has
carried
here the
him
whole
all
time,
this
buddy.
way. And you had that water on you?
I had the water on me this whole time. Yeah.
And he would have been useful, before I got carried away by that damn bird.
Yeah. It's not always. It's sometimes you need the right guide to tell you what to do. Mordin's
that
more of a fire god than the water, and not so good with the water.
Yep, you had the answer the whole time. I would have even told you you made a check or something. But yeah, we forget.
Oh, well.
It's been a few months, to be fair.
That's funny. It works out. Wither didn't need to be here tonight anyway.
Yeah, Wither is incredibly cold all of a sudden. The cold wasn't bothering him before, but he's chilled to the bone, rattly teeth and all.
Let's find a fire and set him down and put some Put some good booze in him.
Yeah, Villian suggests that you rest here and you can depart in the morning.
I will now reduce my count of flagons full of magic water to 3 instead of 4.
All right. So are you going to let Villian read the book?
I handed it over already.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I should show it to her. Yeah, sure, I guess so. She can read the book.
Okay, so she and the orb are going to exchange whispered comments about the contents of the book well into the night. Anybody who wants to listen to that can. Otherwise, you can also ignore it. But
Definitely ignoring it.
Yeah, someone's been carrying the book. I feel like he's gonna listen.
okay. So yeah, they're debating where exactly the city is, where it would have fallen, how deep under the glacier it would be, and otherwise planning this expedition.
Someone's been trying to memorize some of the poetry.
Okay.
He might practice with them if they're interested. He's probably just being annoying at this point. They're probably trying to study and he's dropping frosty rhymes.
All right. So what's the plan? Are we gonna help this lady out? Buried ancient city? Or are we gonna go?
Sounds like a good next thing to do. I mean, Oral's gone.
We could take a break. Just go have some drinks. Let this lady do her thing.
Of course.
Unless there's some kind of reward in it.
I vote we help. If they're lips, I'll take it.
I'm up for helping, especially if there's new treasures to be found.
Villian's not listening to your conversation. She's deeply in debate with the orb.
I'm just curious, what's the chatter around, or can we pick up bits of conversation from the guards and the staff at this prison? Are they commenting on the change in the weather now?
Yes, everyone is extremely excited, cautiously, but extremely excited that the weather may have finally broke. The argument that Villian and the orb are having is around someone named I can't even pronounce his name. Irolathus first, and whether it's likely that Ierathus is even in Ythryn, and if he could have survived all this time. That was the first argument. The second was about whether or not the blight is real and is a risk. The orb believes it is. Villian believes it is not.
Not real or not a risk?
Not real.
What's the blight? Would you want someone to do a history check on that?
You can do a history check if you want to see if you know anything about it.
Never heard of it.
That orange blight piqued my interest as well. Anything?
No, you haven't heard anything about it. I mean, you've heard about blights, and they're always bad, but not anything about this specific one.
Not this. Yeah, gotcha.
Anyway, she's quite oblivious to anything you might be doing unless you are going to get her attention or ask her a question.
Well, I'm going to interrupt and ask, this sounds like a fun journey. Can we attend?
I could certainly use your assistance, she says. To deal fairly, however, she says, looking at the orb sort of out of the side of her eye, I feel you have already repaid your debt to me.
So if you're feeling guilty, you could pay us.
Perhaps. What?
Or let us have what we can take from the city ourselves.
Within reason, we could certainly share the treasures. I would ask only that the Brotherhood lay first claim to magical items, particularly those of a wizardly persuasion.
I'd have to fight with her for it, depending on what it is.
I certainly wouldn't want to get in combat with you, your formidable foes.
I'm just saying, we need to make sure it's fair.
I can't speak to what we will find, but it is an entire crashed city. Certainly there will be wealth.
What's the
I
plan
assume
then? Is it easy to find, or how does this work exactly? What's the plan?
We believe we know the location. I can keep us protected from the weather.
We're expecting different weather there?
No. But I do have magic. I can make accommodations. We should be quite comfortable in our search.
lead the way.
Could probably talk to the whale if we need transport.
No. It's in the ice. We'll leave in the morning. Any preparations anyone wants to make before we head out?
I assume we should probably do something with his egg.
You brought the egg?
Oh yeah. You were dragging around with her. Figured
Oh.
I'd drag around this egg.
Breakfast?
I'm totally fine with breakfast.
All right.
Someone's going to use Sacred Flame and try to candle the egg to see if you can see what's inside of it.
It's a good idea. We should hard boil it.
Yeah. With her fireball.
Just want to cast a flame, make a flame so I can see, kind of use it to illuminate the egg and see if I can see what's inside of it.
Okay.
Definitely a dragon, right?
There's a dragon in there. Yep.
Yeah. There had to be a dragon.
I'm carrying around a dragon egg for sure.
Does it look like a good dragon? Like training to help us?
Do you have knowledge of dragons?
Want to spend a year training a dragon? Maybe we can find a scroll how to train a dragon.
Watch a movie.
Watch a movie.
If you want to make a check to see
got
if you can determine what species of dragon it is.
Yes!
You got it.
All
I
right.
know exactly what sex and kind and all.
Oh, it's amazing.
In
You know the color of its eyes.
In fact, you do, because the silver dragon features prominently in the lore of Bahamut, which is somewhat important to Moradin's history. Yeah, he's it's a silver dragon.
Cool.
Even in its infant form, you can see the prominent brow ridge forming and so forth.
So no breakfast.
No, I don't think we're gonna eat the dragon egg. I think Moradin would be quite unpleased.
I hear you can get their powers if you eat them.
That
I'd rather eat
does not
you.
sound correct.
It's the thing. I heard it. That's what they
Yeah.
say.
The I think the reward we would get
Mm.
for safely protecting this egg, maybe getting it back to a silver dragon, might be worth more than a few breakfasts.
If it's not, I'm eating it right in front of him.
Do you know of any silver dragons?
Let's ask the orb. What does he know about where silver dragons live?
Or how long till this thing's gonna hatch?
So the orb is not educated in dragons, but highly doubts that that's what that is.
You know how long till this thing hatches, Tillman?
I should.
Any day now. It's hard to tell.
I will take whatever precautions are necessary to ensure the safe hatching of this egg.
It's gonna be hungry. So maybe take a few goats with us or something.
Whatever those reindeer were, we'll go get some of those reindeer for the dragon.
Dude, I guess, are we taking this with us on our journey? Just in case we come across somebody that wants to pay us for an egg?
What's gonna
Are we
hatch
gonna
any
wait?
day? We're not gonna
I
leave
guess
it,
we're
are
gonna
we?
wait. Yeah, they said they were leaving in the morning, but I guess we're gonna wait for the dragon.
Well, technically, we're waiting in the morning. It's going to be 2 days since we've had this thing. And if it's already fully formed, hopefully it knows how to fly. We just let it go. Or eat it.
Someone feels the need to safeguard and protect this dragon.
Some dragon balut.
Correct.
All right. Well, I'm fine with dragon veal. Carry it along with us. Leave in the morning.
All right. Its name's Balut, by the way.
Funny.
It's decided.
All right, I'm gonna using my woodworker's tools and skinning knives and leatherworking tools. I'm gonna craft like a dragon bassinet for this egg.
Okay. How
Many-
big are you
many-
making this thing?
Let's say 1.5 times the size of the egg.
It's 5 feet tall.
I'm gonna use the
7.5
runners.
foot bassinet.
I use the runners from what we were pulling with her on. Make it like part of a sled.
Okay.
I can cast fabricate now, so it just happens.
Poof.
And then I'll need a long rest because that's a 4th level spell. Yeah, any raw material I can just make a thing. Then a large or smaller object contained within a 10-foot cube, or 8 connected 5-foot cubes.
Okay.
So assuming it requires wood and something to skin.
Yes, you can be provided with leather if you ask. They've got supplies.
All right, we got a dragon egg sled, y'all.
This is not going to end well.
I'm excited about it.
How much trouble can a wee dragon be? Does our lady friend feel of this plan with the dragon? Does she care?
She's curious, but she's not intervening. So shall we depart? Trudging through the snow, perhaps?
Sounds good.
Alright, I need a letter. Alright, you are headed for the letter C, which is back on the overworld map in case you may have lost track of it. Clear over to the Ragged Glacier. It's approximately 30 miles. How fast can we go?
Pretty fast.
I don't remember what we calculated out to
Yeah,
be.
I gotta pull up my notes on that.
Elk. Travel pace is doubled, it says.
Yeah.
Let me figure out really quick here. Overland travel. So you can go basically a mile per hour with your doubling. So it'll take you 30 hours to get there. Normal travel, it's going to be about 4 days. Anybody doing anything during these 4 days?
Staring at the dragon. Dig.
Yep, it's definitely a dragon egg.
Yeah, I'm reading the dragon poetry from the book.
Okay.
I was going through my inventory, and noticed that one of the charred statues that I kept, if I hold it for more than an hour, I get a random form of infinite madness. I think I've been carrying it for a couple of days or weeks. Should I drop this thing?
I hope you're not asking me.
That would probably be best.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this.
Maybe bury it so no one else comes along it.
Probably a good idea.
I guess we'll assume you haven't been touching it.
So each night, Villian summons a magical sphere. It's opaque and red, but dimly lit inside. And sleeping within the sphere means that you're warm and dry despite sleeping directly on the snow. It doesn't melt beneath you, but it's as though you're sleeping in the springtime. She insists that no one needs to take any watches and goes directly to sleep. Okay, well, as you approach the glacier, you spot a dozen humanoids approaching, their cloaks flapping in the wind, sweeping down. Sigurd, you recognize these as regegs of the elk tribe.
I'll greet them in their language.
The man introduces himself as Bejenir and warns you of grave danger ahead. He says, "Tigers with ice in their veins come to spill your blood upon the snow. They will do everything in their power to keep you from finding what the Frostmaiden has preserved under the ice."
Or relay it back to the party. Something about icy tigers. Did your book say anything about this?
All right, stuck on mute. I don't know. Does it? Let's see.
Flipping through the book reveals nothing of icy tigers.
All right. I will thank them and give them an offering of dried meat and proceed with caution.
We could escort you, he offers.
We want these guys' help.
Nope.
No?
I vote no.
See if we can tell if we can trust them or not.
They're not attempting to deceive you. They're worried.
And would Sigurd know anything about these tigers?
Thank you. Give me an int roll.
Int.
History, if you got it.
Not super helpful.
It occurs to Sigurd he may be referring to the tiger tribe.
Ah. That makes sense. And we did not encounter these in the trials? Or did we?
You didn't
Well,
encounter these elk tribe members. If that's what you mean.
The tiger tribe.
Don't remember. I'd have to look. Okay, cruelty was the bear tribe, endurance was the elk tribe, isolation was the tiger tribe. And preservation was the wolf tribe.
Preservation was the one with the little kid, right?
Yes.
All right. I say we sink them and head out on our way.
Okay. The chieftain looks back to you, raises his hand in salute, and hollers across the snow, "The fate of the Dale rests upon your shoulders." And he heads off.
It's probably nothing.
Indeed. Right. Are we doing anything to prepare for the impending icy tigers?
Rolling initiative.
All right. Let me get a map going on here. Who wants to roll a perception check?
Gotcha. My +0.
Is this to figure out who Dale is?
Yes, you failed. Sorry, I have to put quite a few icons on the map. This is going to be one of those. Who wants to play Wither?
I think we got 10 minutes till 9.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose we'll set it up and stop there.
Do it anyway. It might go quick.
Yeah, you know it's going to be fast when the game lags putting it all down. Nobody look at the combat tracker. You don't want to see this. Oh, you need a Velian though, don't you?
Which map or image are you using?
I'm going to share it with you in a second.
Okay. I think
Alrighty. There you go.
This is a nice map.
It is a nice map. It's available from Rethink Gaming via DM's Guild. All right. Yeah, a whole bunch of menacing Wrecked tigers.
All right.
One of them riding a gigantic woolly mammoth.
Yeah,
Nice.
one of them's got a saber-tooth tiger. Something.
Yep. And we will stop there for this evening, picking up combat when we start again next week. Thanks everybody online for watching, and thanks everybody for playing. Talk to you soon.